It was a cagey start from both sides as they exchanged opening points. Cavan's coming from Martin Riley despite the best efforts of goalkeeper Colm Lavin. On the 18th minute mark, Roscommon's Sean McDermott levelled the game at 4 points each after a searing run from Conor Giovanni. Cavan started to take control. A textbook catch and layoff from Joe Dillon resulted in a point from Darren McVitie. His side edged ahead, but they couldn't stretch their lead. A double dummy followed by a point from Roscommon's Donny Smith left one between the sides. Roscommon 6 points, Cavan 7 with 27 minutes on the clock. A frenetic opening to the second half saw both teams hit the net. First up was on form McVitie for Cavan, making it 1-8 to 8 points. But there was little time for celebration as just moments later, Cottle Compton stuck one for Roscommon to make it level once more. From there, Kevin McStay's men took their cue and upped the intensity. And Niall Kilroy scored, putting them 2 points ahead on 46 minutes. It was a high-pressured game with so much at stake for Cavan, but they couldn't mount a comeback. Roscommon kept their foot on the gas, stretching the lead to 3 points after Thomas Corcoran found the target. It was all Roscommon in the closing stages, with their last score coming from Conor Delaney. So it's Division 2 football for both sides next season. Full-time Roscommon 113, Cavan 110.
Roscommon were extremely hungry there in the second half. I thought it ate all at half-time. We were in a good enough place, but come out in the second half, we got the goal. Dara scored a super goal, but to go to sleep in the next minute and concede a goal, that's the most dangerous time in the game. And in fairness, Roscommon were very, very hungry. Our shot selection in the second half was very poor and overall just not good enough.
Like, for a lot of people, this was a nothing game from a Roscommon perspective. But I can tell you that was far from the truth from our point of view. And very, very proud of them. You know, the effort everyone put in, and I think it was a deserved win. It's tough on Cavan to come down with us now, but I've no doubt the two of us will be fighting fierce hard to get out of that division next year.
So, after Des Curran. On a glorious day in Salt Hill, host Galway knew a draw or better would guarantee them a place in the Division 2 final. So more on this for Kevin Walsh's side than for already promoted Kildare. Cian O'Neill's selection reflecting that. 14 changes from their last out win against Clare. With so much debate surrounding that, there was a certain irony that it was the sole survivor from that game, Fionn Dowling, who opened the scoring as he found his range inside the opening 40 seconds. And it almost got even better for them a minute later. Ben McCormack racing in on goal, only to be denied by Rory Lavelle. Neither McCormack or Eamon Callaghan able to convert beyond that. Barry McHugh from a free and McCormack then exchanged points before 12 minutes in, Galway found their opening score from play. Sean Armstrong involved. His pass inside picking out Thomas Flynn, who converted from close range. Knowing that any slip-up would open the door for Meath, Galway were finding their rhythm. Gary Syce, McHugh and Sean Armstrong all added to the scoreboard, and it was left to the Kildare captain Dowling to lead the resistance. This the third of his 3 first-half points from play. But the home side finished the half the stronger. This superb long-range effort from Shane Walsh was added to by Johnny Heaney. Galway would lead 7 points to 4 at the break. The sides exchanged the opening 4 points in the resumption, including this terrific score from Ben McCormack, who evaded the attentions of Cathal Sweeney before sending an eye-catching left-footed effort between the posts. But every attempt to narrow the gap was being met with a Galway response. Armstrong and Paul Conroy on the mark before Gary Syce had the chance to put real daylight between the sides, only to drag his effort wide. Galway were unbeaten in their last 3 home games prior to this, but that run came under threat when a resolute Kildare reeled off 3 points in a row to close to within a single point as we enter the final 10 minutes. The last of those from sub Niall Kelly as the Kildare bench made its presence felt. Shane Walsh drove forward and found the target to settle Galway again, and despite a McNally point, Cian O'Neill's side couldn't find a levelling score. The sides will resume again at Croke Park next weekend with the title up for grabs. A much-changed Kildare side expected on the day. It ended Galway 14 points, Kildare 13 points.
That victory for the tribesmen meant that Meath will have to spend another season in Division 2, despite an excellent win over Clare today. Cillian O'Sullivan scored a goal just after half-time and then added another 8 minutes later as the Royals took command in Ennis. Brian Power added a third as Andy McEntee's side ran out convincing winners 3-19 to 1-13. In Cork, Rory Deane raised the green flag in the first half as the Rebels led down by 5 points at half-time. But the visitors avoided relegation with a point in injury time from Jerome Johnston. It finished Cork 110 down 13 points.